Alright, this is part 2. So remember, this reflects, this negative make it reflect across the x-axis. Now the 1 means nothing else happens. Okay, no vertical stretch or compression. B is 1/3. Guys, that number is not bigger than 1. It's between 0 and 1, so it's a horizontal compression by a factor of 1/3. H is 0, so it doesn't go to the right or to the left. It does nothing. And K is 7, so it goes up 7 units. Let's see if I can pull up that. Alright, so I'm going to try to put my phone, see if you can see this. This is a cheat sheet that I had on the board. When A is negative, remember it reflects across the x-axis. And then you look at the 1. When A equals 1, it does nothing. And then B is 1/3, so remember you always find the reciprocal. So that's where I saw B was 3 in here, so when you take the reciprocal of it, it's 1/3. And then if it has a negative, it reflects, but it doesn't. Now the number is 1/3, what we took out, so that's between 0 and 1. That's why I said it's a horizontal compression by a factor of 1/3 right here. H is 0, which means it doesn't go to the right or to the left, and keep K the way it is, it goes up whatever number of units. Okay, it's the same thing we're going to be using on these other two right here. A is 1/4, so 1/4, let's look right here. It's not negative. That number is between 0 and 1, so it's a vertical compression by a factor of 1/4. And then B equals 1. There's a 1 right here, and that means it does nothing. B equals 1, it does nothing right there. H is, in here it's a +3. When you take it out, remember it changes sign, so it's a -3. So you go by what it says. If you read it from in here, for example, right here, you already know it's going to go to the left 3 units. But when you take it out, you already made the change. So H is -3, so you go by what this says. So same thing, left 3 units. Keep K the way it is, and that's a -5. That goes up or down. Again, like I said, keep it the way it is, so it goes down 5 units. There we go. A is -2 on this one. Alright guys, again, it starts with a negative, so it reflects across the x-axis. But remember, that's just the negative part, okay? It's also 2. If A is 2, it's bigger than 1, so it's a vertical stretch. If I put VS as vertical stretch by a factor of 2. If I put VC, it's a vertical compression. And that's what this means right here. VS is vertical stretch, VC is vertical compression, HS is horizontal stretch, HC is horizontal compression. Alright, now B is equal to, there is no number here, so it's just 1 and it does nothing. And H, opposite of -8, it's +8. You already made the change here, so it goes to the right 8 units. And keep K the way it is, it's a +12, so it goes up 12 units. I know I'm going fast, but you need to try to keep up, or pause it. Here we go. So on this bottom one, they want you to find all these things. Alright, first let's start with this. Remember, A goes here, B and H go in here, and this is K. A, there's nothing there, so really guys, it's a 1. And that's what you can put over here. It's a 1, which if it's a 1, remember it does nothing. B is also 1. You have to find the reciprocal of 1 is still 1, guys. It does nothing. H, opposite of -3, is a +3. So remember, +3 means it goes to the right. Right 3 units. K, keep it the way it is. It's a -2, and that goes down 2 units. Now, how do you find the vertex? Guys, everything is on here. Alright, well, let's look at this anyway. The vertex is right here. Okay, this also makes, it opens up, so it makes a minimum. So let's look at that. If it opens up right here, it makes a minimum, and that's always at y equals k. So what is k in this case? We already found it, and that is y equals -2. So you can put that here so you can circle, hey, look, it's a minimum at y equals -2. The vertex you already know is h and k, okay, h and k, and you already have those two numbers, 3 and -2. So that goes to the right, 3 down 2. Now, axis of symmetry is an imaginary dashed line that cuts this parabola in half. Now, I know you really can't see it, and these numbers are like in between. This has to be a 3 right here. Okay, that's at x equals 3. So the axis of symmetry, guys, and I have it right here. Axis of symmetry is always x equals h. X equals h. So in this case, it's x equals, what is h here? 3. You can't just put 3. It's an equation. Y equals 3. It's this vertical dashed line right there. Now, domain, remember, is left and right. This keeps going up, but it also goes to the left. This goes up, but it also goes to the right. So it goes from -infinity to +infinity. Now, the range is up and down. It's your y values, okay? So it starts right here. This y value is -2, and it's everything above it. So remember, that's all my y values greater than or equal to -2, which is really your k value, okay? So it's all my y values greater than or equal to -2. Or you can also think of it as it starts here at -2 and it goes up to +infinity. So it starts at k to +infinity, or -2 to +infinity. Now, it increases from here to here. Okay, but this is only, remember, increase, decrease are only x values. So it starts here, which this x value is from 3, and it keeps going up. But guys, remember, if it's x value, means it keeps going to the right. So 3 to +infinity, and that's where it increases. And it decreases coming from the left down to 3. So it comes from -infinity, remember, it's x value. So from -infinity, and it stops here at 3. -infinity to 3. No brackets, because it's not going to include it right here. This point is neither an increase or a decrease when you're talking about these two things. Okay, and this is it. I know it went fast, but stop it, pause it, rewind.